Welcome to HACCP Mentor Review. I'm Amanda Evans. In the Hazard Spotlight this episode is Salmonella, where we look at some food poisoning outbreaks and some interesting stats from 2012. Also in episode 32, you can find out how to identify work in progress, use code traceability systems, and to be charitable. How do you identify work in progress? Work in progress can be defined as any ingredient or food products that are either not in a state of receival, for example, still in the original packaging, or not a finished product. It really is food that still has a process to go through, including, for example, mixing, cooling, cooking, packing. All food products should be identifiable regardless of what stage it is at during the process. Common identification methods include labelling, the use of colour codes, batch sheets, and photographic control sheets. This episode, the hazard in the spotlight is Salmonella. Hazard Spotlight is aimed at getting you to think about hazards and control measures in your product, process, and premises that you may have not considered before. I did a little research this week and found out that the amount of laboratory notified cases of Salmonella in 2012 for the US was over 49,000 reports. Cases reported in the UK were around 9,000, and in Australia more than 11,000 cases had been reported. Salmonella can come from many sources, including your raw materials and food handlers. To check out common prevention strategies, check out the link in this episode. Charity giveaways. There is a growing trend for food businesses participating in charitable food donations by giving away food that would otherwise have been discarded. There are a lot of great charities that distribute these donations to people who need it the most and usually have a structured pickup system. In the food manufacturing sector, this is generally for food that did not meet the retailer's strict cosmetic requirements. For restaurants and takeaways, excess daily production is the main type of food given away. If your food business participates in such a program, this is just a gentle reminder that even though it is a donation, the food that you supply is still required to comply with the relevant food safety legislation, including any food labelling requirements. Also check if there's any specific requirements set out from your customers or retail certification standards. The action item for episode 32 is to go and check that visitor records are being completed. Knowing who is on your food premises at all times forms the basis of good security management. This can also include contractors who may be working on site. Code traceability. Product packing codes are an easy way of coordinating or tying together your food production information. The code that appears on your finished product should be able to be traced back to each and every raw material that you used in the finished product. The most common code system used, it is the finished product used by or best before code. Other systems in use also include the use of a lot or a batch code printed on the finished product packaging. Whatever method that you use, make sure that the coding is legible. This means that people can actually read it. Verifying the code legibility at each production run should be undertaken as a standard activity. What coding system do you use in your business? Let me know by leaving a comment in this episode. Thanks for taking the time to check out episode 32 of HACCP Mentor Review. I hope you got something out of it. Feel free to share this information to help spread the HACCP food safety message. Until next time, have a great week.